science simulating urinalysis lab. So I have already taken 10 milliliters of each patient's sample and put them into their respective cup. So patient 1 is in cup 1, patient 2 is in cup 1, and so on. The first step that we're going to do is identify characteristics. So you should be able to see characteristics already. And as for smell, they all have a mild odor. None of them are very strong, but none of them are odorless. So testing pH, we are going to test each patient sample. So with the pH strips, they start out sort of an orangey color, and as they get a darker red, the pH is lower, and as they start to get yellow, green, and even brown, the pH becomes higher and higher. So starting out with patient 1. Okay. Patient 2. Patient 3. And patient 4. Okay, so now we're going to test each patient's sample for sugar. We're going to do it a little bit differently than the directions say to. So rather than heating up water and using Benedict's test, just for simplicity's sake, we are going to use glucose strips, as we did in the dialysis test. So again, I will upload a picture of the glucose scale so you can tell what is negative and what is positive. Alright, so using the glucose test strips, we're going to test patient 1 and wait a little while. Okay, now we're going to test patient 2. All right, now patient 3. There's a whole lot going on in there. And now we'll test patient 4. Next, we are testing for protein using Burette's reagent. So Burette's reagent starts out as a bluish color. And so I have already put roughly 3 milliliters of each patient sample into its respective tube. So patient 1 in tube 1, patient 2 in tube 2, and so on. So now we are going to add 1 milliliter of Burette solution to each sample. Just swirl them up a little bit. So for urinalysis, ending microscopic observations, rather than taking pictures and putting them on here or trying to videotape microscope viewing, will tell you what I can see when I look at it under a microscope. So for patient 1, there did not appear to be any cells at all, from what I can tell, but there do appear to be large crystalline structures. For patient 2, there did appear to be cells, and they were small and non-nucleated, or anucleate. For patient 3, there were also cells that appeared to have large lobed nuclei. Some had more than others. And they also, in patient 3, they also had large crystalline structures. For patient 4, I did not find any significant structures whatsoever, so I did not find any cells or any crystal-like structures.